Hello and a very warm welcome to Istora Stadium here in Jakarta, where the sport of badminton has a fanatical following. And the fans, as you've already seen, have been large, enthusiastic and very vocal all this week for day 3 of competition here at the BCA Indonesia Open, event number 7 on the 12 tournament MetLife BWF World Superseries. Now, this is not only one of the 12 Super Series, it's also the third of 5 Premier events, an even higher tier of tournament within the Super Series. There you can see the full list, and after Jakarta, the tour will move on to Australia, and how wonderful to see the Australian Open joining the Super Series, the elite tier of tournament this year. And of course, the finals in Dubai. The top 8 players and pairs in each of the 5 disciplines will qualify for the end-of-year season finale in Dubai for this year and 4 years to come. So that's the list of Super Series tournaments. It is day 3 of competition, as I say. And in fact, we have 8 matches for you this afternoon, and the first 5 matches all involve home players, very much a home field to the first 5 matches. We're starting with mixed doubles, then a women's doubles, the men's doubles with Tan Boon Hyung having his second partner in 2 weeks. This week he's playing with Tan Wee Kyung. They're up against the Indonesian pair, very exciting pair, Anggriawan and Suwadi. Then we'll have women's singles and the 2012 champion, Simon Santosa. He's up against the beaten finalist from last week in Japan, Wu Yong from Hong Kong. Then another men's doubles and the defending champions, the home players and home favourites, the world champions, Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan. They're up against the Danes, Rasmussen and Sorensen. After that, we will have women's singles and the Malaysian #1, Tijing Yi, up against the world champion, Ratchanok Internon. Then men's singles and Kenichi Tago. He's now the world #4, but he reached the semi-final here in Indonesia 6 years ago. He's up against the left-handed Chong Wei Feng, making his first appearance. That Malaysian, that was a surprise. Then the last of our matches is a 3-time former champion, Saina Nehwal, who's contested 4 finals here in Indonesia. This has to be one of her favourite tournaments. She's up against the British #1, the Scottish player, Kirsty Gilmore. Well, that's our lineup for this afternoon. It is a busy schedule, of course, and as you can hear, well, I said the fans were loud and vocal, enthusiastic. My goodness me, that was not an exaggeration. There you can see the first match on court is a mixed doubles. Lee Yong-dae and Shin Sang-chan up against Sukamuljo and Polly from Indonesia. Now, this match has come from the top quarter of the draw, and yes, you really are seeing that correctly, because the Indonesian qualifiers beat the #1 seeds, the defending champions, Olympic champions, Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei, in a thriller of a match. Well, the fans getting more and more excited as the days have progressed. I'm Jill Clark, and I'm delighted to say that sitting alongside me is former world #1 Morten Frost. And the first thing we did when we walked into the Istora Stadium, as we wait for the players to come onto court, is go down memory lane. Wasn't it just fantastic, all those talks about when we used to play in this stadium, and great memories?
Yes, you're so right. Actually, first time I played here was in 1978 or 1979, so that's a long, long time ago. That was before the air conditioning time.
And I played without the air conditioning as well. It's but whilst the stadium has been modernised, it's still
the same.
It's still the same.
Yeah, it's a fantastic venue, and it's been, as you have said, home for so many tournaments over the years. Such a tradition.
It really has, and I think that the players still feel that if you haven't played in Istora Stadium, you haven't really experienced everything there is to experience in World Badminton.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, I think we can be quite certain where the fans are going to have their support. When I said they were vocal and loud, I wasn't kidding. But what a story about this young Indonesian pair. Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo and Gracia Poli. Of course, many fans will know Gracia Poli. Sukamuljo will be perhaps a new name to a lot of people. Look out for him. He's only 18 years of age and he's getting better every time I watch him play. And I haven't watched him play that often. There he is.
Enjoying his moment.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, the Indonesian pair, both of them former World Junior silver medalists in the mixed doubles. Gracia Poli hasn't really played any mixed doubles for 4 years. But the last partner that she had in the mixed doubles was a certain Tantowi Ahmad. Well, there you go. They haven't got a world ranking because this is their very first tournament together, the Indonesians. The 3 matches that they've won so far are their 3 matches in this tournament. Of course, Gracia Poli, 26 years of age, brought up in Manado, right in the north of North Sulawesi. Her partner, as I say, much younger. They won their silver medals at World Junior Championships 9 years apart. But they've teamed up for the very first time, and my goodness me, well, I was hoping we were going to see their matches so far, because all 3 matches so far have gone the full distance. In fact, they had to save a match point in their opening match. So to the more experienced Lee Yong-dae, 25 years of age, and Shin Sung-chan, just 19. So Lee Yong-dae making a very welcome return to the international scene, and capped off his return to individual competition last week with victory in the men's doubles at the Japan Open. But he has quite a phenomenal record here in Indonesia. 4 finals he's reached at this particular tournament, winning the men's doubles twice in 2009 and 2012, both with Jung Jae-sung. Was in the final of the mixed doubles going back 5 years with Lee Ho-jung, with whom he won the Olympic gold medal. So many people, Morton, perhaps a little surprised that Lee Yong-dae going to play mixed doubles as well. There was a lot of talk about his new partnership with Yu Young-sung, and perhaps they were really going to focus on that and try and aim towards the Olympic gold medal, but he's decided to resume this partnership with Shin. Do you think that's a good idea?
I actually think it can be beneficial to him as a player, because when you're playing mixed doubles, you have, as a man, to cover more court. And I think that will be essential for his men's doubles as well. Yeah. So in many ways, I think it can be beneficial to him to play the mixed. Obviously, we have to see, you know, honestly, how serious he is about it. We've seen him on occasions where he's not that interested, and he's losing first to second rounds and then continuing in his men's doubles. But, you know, maybe this is new times, and we will have to see.
Yeah, well, of course, for the Koreans, only 2 tournaments earlier this year. Last 16 of both the Korean Super Series and Malaysian.
Lucky there. That was a poor serve. She got away with it, and I think she's quite happy with that. But it will be interesting, as you say, Poli hasn't played mixed doubles for almost 4 years, but I still think she's a very, very good player. She's so skillful, and up there, very close to Natsia as well in terms of skills.
well taken by Shin Sung-chan. Must be a lot of pressure on Shin playing with a former Olympic champion. Lee Yong-dae is an absolute megastar in his home country.
Yeah, you know, on the other hand, I would view it as a golden opportunity, a great chance, and you know, you maybe never get a partner like that ever again. So you know, make the best of it.
Yeah, Morten, but that's why you were a champion. You saw it as an opportunity, not a pressure.
Absolutely, I would have loved it.
Yeah. It's an interesting scenario to me, though. This is the first time in any partnership, mixed doubles or men's doubles, that Lee Yong-dae has been the older player within the partnership.
Yeah. Eventually it comes for everyone.
Oh, tell me about it.
So sorry, just a poor joke. All been there. But you're right.
Oh my goodness, what a miss. There's a strong athletic boy. He's Sukamol Jo, an 18-year-old. That's a good smash from Gracie Apolli.
Not only that, but it was great placement.
Yeah.
It was sitting in the exact right spot. Onto the right hip. That's what the Indonesians have to do. Fully have to dominate that net and really try to force the lifts against a more inexperienced opponent at the net. So she's got to really take that control. Good play by Sanjaya here.
Oh, little confusion. But he's
lucky again.
Yeah, good placement.
Yes, but this time it was luck.
Well, this may be a surprising statistic to some people. Gracie Apolli has been in the final of a Super Series tournament mixed doubles before. Well, we've got to go back 7 years. The first year of the Super Series. Nice block. Oh, that's brilliant.
Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And that's why I say she's up there, but not see her on many, many aspects of it. She's really, really very competent.
Do you ever have any idea which Super Series tournament it was?
Chances are Indonesian Open.
No, it wasn't actually.
Okay.
Swiss Open.
The Swiss Open, okay.
With Mohamed Orejal.
Okay. No,
and they lost to their opponent of today, Lee Yong-dae.
I'm at all as usual. You know it all. Been around, seen it all.
It's just delightful, isn't it, to see Polly back on a mixed doubles court.
It is, it is. She's very good. But her serving is letting her down, in my book, a little bit. It's not been the best.
No, it's a run of 5 straight points to go to the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage. Well, I don't think anybody yesterday, when they were to play against the defending champions and Olympic champions, Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei, I don't think anybody really gave them a chance, the qualifiers from Indonesia.
The Chinese pair has been so steady the past many years and been in almost all the semi-finals and finals I can remember, so obviously it's a huge upset.
Yeah, and we knew they was in good form. They won last week in Tokyo.
Yes.
So 11-7. Who would have thought?
That was really well by Sanjaya there. I think, you know, he took Lee Yun-Dae by surprise and really rushed the net rather than going back.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that he just has Sanjaya on the back of his shirt rather than his full name, so I think we'll just keep with Sanjaya. What do you think?
It's so much easier for me, I must admit. Yeah. That's not the way they win. But more like that. And now Lee Yun-Dae doing exactly the same as Sanjay did before. Oh. It's not finished yet.
Unbelievable.
Look at that. Had you got that one back?
Yeah.
That's complete open space.
Exactly.
No opposition on the court.
It's well taken, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it about Lee Yun-Dae and his mixed doubles? I mean, we've talked a number of times, I think, you and I, about his men's doubles, but of course, with him being former Olympic champion, his mixed doubles isn't in doubt. What is it about his style of play that, you know, sort of singles him out against the other mixed doubles players to make him so good?
I think it's his awareness of where he's standing on court. I think it's how he is, you know, coping with shots under pressure. Obviously, you're a lot under pressure in the mixed doubles because you have to cover that more court. And he's still very, very calm as when he's playing his shots, and he's always looking for the gaps. And I think that's where he's really sort of differentiating himself from many other players.
Yeah. Well, they're on a very good run at the moment. 7 of the last 8 points.
Yeah, good run.
Indonesians had no right to win that rally.
No, but I think that Lee Yun-Dae actually did the mistake of thinking that the defense of Paulie is not as strong as the man. And he was going cross-court, obviously making his smash weaker and actually playing against an even defense. I think he should have gone straight and really challenged Sanjaya. I don't think he will get much from going these cross-court smashes. Look at that, stepping in. Yeah. And that's what I mean, you know, he's covering a lot of court there. He's stepping in front of his partner and really making that defensive shot.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
absolutely
he's moving
now.
in.
Yeah. Good flick serve.
Yeah.
Found the net. You know, I think that playing mixed doubles again will really help Gracia Polly in her women's doubles. Be more adventurous at the front of the court. I'll tell you who else has really improved at the front is Matsutomo from Japan, now that she's been playing mixed doubles. Her women's doubles has improved considerably.
Yes, we saw that in the Uber Cup as well.
Yeah.
The captain has talked. Polly was really explaining what to do next and keeping the spirit up in the partnership. She's really sort of taking on the captain's role in the partnership.
That would have been an interesting scenario. Who would have had the captain's role if we'd ever played mixed doubles together?
Oh, you would. You would.
No chance.
No, you would. I'll be standing in the corner, you would be playing.
Broken strings.
Yeah, not easy.
No.
Not easy. It was a do-or-die shot.
Yeah. Players know immediately, don't they, when the strings have gone in the racket. But I have to say I've been impressed with the Koreans since the mid-game interval. That 4-point deficit at 7-11, and since then they've really tightened up their game.
They have, but you know, I didn't want to say it when it was 11-7 down, but somehow I felt that it wasn't right. Because I think the Korean actually have played well, and I could see that Lee Yong-dae is really, you know, he wants to win this match. So being 11-7 down really didn't make sense to me. And now, obviously, it looks more the obvious way. But let's see how it goes, because I think Sanjaya is really warming up as well. You have to consider that he's only 18 years of age and hasn't played all these kind of tournaments, so he's got to learn. But he's quick. He's got very quick feet.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, what a pity. After such a good rally that it ends on an error. Well, the dive in the middle of that from Lee Yong-dae after a brilliant block. from Sanjaya. Look at that.
Proves my point.
So game point opportunities. 3 of them for the Koreans. Oh, indecision. Oh, that's a shocking serve. Absolutely shocking.
I told you. It's been like that the whole game.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
And that's not something you just go home and learn.
No. 21-18 confirms the umpire. 17 minutes. Oh, just turned over 18 minutes of play. Well, they were very lucky they got into the rally at all, because that really was a woeful serve. So the opening game to the Koreans, Lee Yong-dae and Shin Sung-chan, 21-18. Look how deep their defensive stances are.
Well, that's something we talked about with Lee Yong-dae in general.
Yeah.
His stance is very, very far back, also in the men's doubles. And that's, you know, if we could talk about weaknesses, this is one of them.
Relatively. Yeah. So having secured the opening game, 21-18, the more experienced Koreans. Well, in that 2-minute timeout, we were talking about a relative weakness of Lee Yong-dae, his defensive stance too far back. I suppose the problem is, how do you exploit that, really? Because he's so alert to try and come forward.
He is, but still, I feel that if you exploit it by playing these fast drop shots, half steep smashes and all that, you will bring him forward. And it will make him play weaker shots somehow. You know, eventually the opening will come. And honestly, it's a safe shot. You know, he can't play anything on it anyway, so he's got to lift it.
It's going wide. Indonesian coaching bench. I think that's Eng Hian on the left.
Yes,
yeah.
It is.
Former world champion.
At the time, I thought he was the best. You know, when you not the best in all times, like, you know, Bong Park and players like that, but within 12 months, and in those 12 months, I think he was so strong, and he was the best doubles player in the world at the time. He was very good. That's where Sanjaya is very good. Surely we haven't seen the last of him. He's a young player, still very inexperienced, but he's so quick on his feet. And look at this one here. And good reply, that cross-court reply. And Lee Young-dae knows that it was a poor shot. Obviously, I do not know a lot about Sanjaya, but I must say that when he was younger, I'm sure he played a lot of singles. With that speed in his legs, he would have been very, very difficult opponent to play.
That's a good return.
It is. That's it, go straight.
Oh, clever.
There he played the shot that other people should play against him. That drop shot there was really excellent. That was opening it up.
They really are wonderful, the fans here, aren't they? The face painting, the hats and the dressing up. Oh, it's called out.
It was very tight. I think it's difficult for us to see from up here.
Yeah, we've got the challenge system in operation, of course. If either pair wants to make a challenge, they can do so. And then Hawkeye will spring into action and make the decision for us. 2 challenges per match, per pair. Unless you get it right. Yeah, unsuccessful challenges. Right. Yeah.
Service over. 7-6.
The channel attack from Shin Sung-chan, getting her partner involved at the front.
Yeah. I actually think that's a surprise formation. I think the Koreans should make more use of. Putting Lee Young-dae at the front now and again.
Yeah, because of course in his men's doubles, that's where we think that he's just so superb.
Yes, and Shin is hitting hard and well enough from the back for him to intercept at the front of the court.
Yeah, and she's proved her worth from the back of the court because of her women's doubles. In fact, she and Lee So-hee were the first pair ever in the World Junior Championships to retain a title. There were several players who retained a title, but with different partners, but the first doubles player pair to retain a title. Yeah, well, there you go.
But that's what I think they should do more often. I'm not saying they should do it all the time. I just say they should do it more often. Make that change, make that surprise. That's a good interception there. Shin has really played well the last couple of rallies.
Well, same scoreline as the opening game, 11-7, but in contrast to the opening game, this time it's the Koreans who have the advantage. Is there anything that the Indonesians should be changing up tactically?
I think they should try to exploit, as I said from the beginning, the net with Shin. I think they have to put pressure on her at the net, try to get into that attacking situation, because I feel at the moment they are not really, they're forced out of attack, let me put it that way, and they have to force themselves back into attack, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Currently number 7 in the world, Gracia Polly, in the women's doubles. There you go. Well, let me assure everyone, the players can't possibly have heard Morten. We're high up in the stadium.
Yeah, yeah, we're way behind here. Well, having a perfect view, though. You're sitting,
yeah, oh yes.
It's perfect. Good pressure, good return. But yet again, I think the serve of Polly is really proving to be a problem. And I think she knows.
Service over. 9-13. Service over. 14-9. Service over. 10-14.
Oh, well, what's going to happen here? Are they claiming or weren't ready? Or they're giving the point to Polly? Well, make your own minds up on that. Oh my goodness.
Beauty, beauty.
Yeah.
Service over.
But Sanjay played a really good block shot to the net, but he just forgot to follow up. And that meant that Shin was just blocking it back and then getting the lift again for her partner. So, you know, when you play these block shots, you have to follow in and make sure that you get the lift and not just the opponent block it back and then you have to lift.
Well, the dream run for the Indonesian qualifiers appears, and it may be coming to an end.
Out. Service over. 11-16.
I don't know if the camera was on, you know, we're watching it live here and we're right at the back of the court, but the way Lee Young-dae was able to get that from that middle position all the way to the sideline was really, really good.
Service fault called. Racket not pointing in a downward direction. Should be struggling enough with finding the range to get faulted. I can remember her being faulted in the opening game. Not what the Indonesians really wanted, just when it was going through my mind, having perhaps been a little premature about their run of good form coming to an end.
That's good defense by Jim. That's really, really good. Working hard, getting it back, even in a very difficult position.
Oh, that is just perfect. Hit the top of the net, that little net shot from Lee Young-dae. Trickled over.
But once again, what is so critical in anything you do in badminton is the follow-up, and you saw it perfectly by Lee Young-dae here.
It's gone long. Oh, my goodness. What a rally.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
The former Olympic champion.
But he's laughing too.
Left spring eagle across the court. My goodness me, you don't see that too often, do you?
He was completely overcommitting for that one.
Oh, and a little bit of magic from Gracia Polly. You know, it's just been going through my mind, Morton, as the rally was in progress, about there's a certain arrogance about this young boy from Indonesia, Sanjaya. But a nice sort of arrogance, the way he's prepared to leap in the air, look as if he's going to hit the big shot, and then suddenly do something different. He tried a little backhand top spin to cause deception earlier on in that rally. And for an 18-year-old, that is quite extraordinary.
But part of the Indonesian upbringing.
Yes.
Indonesian badminton upbringing, anyway.
Yeah.
The one I know. They all do it. They can all do it. And he's part of it, and it's so evident when you watch it.
gone long.
Service over.
Yes, the Indonesian way in badminton, the freedom to experiment and see what's possible with a racket and shuttle, what sort of deception, what sort of angles.
You never come across an Indonesian badminton player not having a good technique.
Yeah.
You never come across one. It's just so
Look at that.
natural to them.
Service over. 15-19.
Just a softer smash. She's placed her downward shot so well, hasn't she?
Yeah, she got it very steep, and that was forcing the error. It was not the pace, it was simply just the placement, and because the fact that it was so steep.
So now just 2 points in it. One time, 6-point deficit. Well, that's the second time she's done that. Do you remember the flick a few rallies ago? Now,
Yep.
why on earth was Shin not ready?
That was a good serve. Good to see. Oh, he's putting partner under severe pressure there. That's taking a big chance by Sanjaya.
Match point.
Yeah.
17.
Well, Lee Yong-dae has been the deciding factor in this match to date. And there's now 3 match point opportunities. One'll do. And only a little ripple of applause from the fans here. A little smile from Gracia Polly. Both she and her partner have had an amazing run, but the run has come to an end. They'll both be in action later on this afternoon in the level doubles, women's doubles and men's doubles, because Sanjaya has also qualified and got through to the second round of the main draw in his men's doubles. What a tournament he's having.
That's good. It's good for a youngster.
The clinical finish by the Koreans, 21-18, 21-17, in a match just under the 40-minute mark. So that means that Lee Yong-dae and Shin Sung-chan will be contesting the quarter-final tomorrow, and they'll play against either Chris Langridge and Heather Olver, or Yoko Ahrens and Selena Pink. A comfortable win today, 39 minutes, 21-18, 21-17.